Hey everybody, Corey from AquariumCoop.com. Today I want to talk about my top 5 easy plants. There are no particular order, it's just ones that, you know, if I was to give to 100 people, 90% of them would have very good luck. There's always going to be 10% of people that just have a hard time growing plants, or their water just doesn't suit it or something like that. But, you know, we can get at least 90% there. The one I'm going to start with in my hand is an Amazon sword. What makes this one so easy is all you have to use is root tabs. You basically want a very packed substrate full of nutrients. So if you had a tank that was set up for like 5 years and you don't gravel vac a whole lot of times you go, hey, my Amazon swords are growing like weeds. But at the same time, after about a year, you might have this massive sword and then it starts dying back, needs more nutrients. So lots of root tabs under these guys. A lot of times when you order them, they'll be coming in really big. But all of those were growing out of the water. Something like this little guy, all of these leaves have been growing under the water. So that means we brought it in, all the big leaves died back, then they came back, and these small guys, when you put these in water, you shouldn't get any dieback, and it'll just start growing for you. And when it makes a new plant, it grows a spike, and just makes baby plants out of it. So you can propagate your whole family or all your friends with that pretty easy. Next up, we're going to go with Vallisneria. So you can see that in the tank behind me. That's what all this stuff is. It also feeds off the substrate pretty easily. So you can put some root tabs in there and it'll pick up on that. You can also dose the water column with something like Easy Green or another liquid fertilizer. Something that definitely has a lot of nitrogen in it and potassium and phosphate. Get all those macros going. And it will take a little bit to get going, but then as you can see here, it's actually got another baby plant. It's already growing here. And so you can see it's about this tall. That's what you should expect, and then it'll get really long in a big tank for you long term. So it might take you a month to 6 weeks before it's not really doing anything, and then pretty soon, about every week or so, it'll make a new plant. It's going to keep doing that until it fills your aquarium, or you stop it from filling your aquarium. So one of my absolute favorite, I've written articles about how if I could only ever have one plant, it would be the Vallisneria, because any tank that's a jungle of Vallisneria always looks amazing. So I love it. Let's say you wanted to go with something a little bit more stem-like. This is a stem plant, very easy to grow. Pogostemon, stellatus, octopus. It's harder to say the name than it is to grow it. This one will want a lot of water column fertilizer, so lots of Easy Green or whatever you're going to use. It will grow when it's humming along. You can get a foot a week out of it, so you might have to trim it quite a bit. But if you're looking to fill a tall tank or really propagate out, it also makes a lot of, so it's octopus, so it's got a lot of these little tendrils that come out, and it's a great one to hide fry. So if you got swordtails, platies, guppies, all that kind of stuff, the fry love to hide in here so they don't get eaten. Real easy to grow. I would, you know, with all these plants, I would say, like, if you have any reasonable plant light on there at all, you will be able to grow them. Now, if you have like a glowfish light or a blue light or something like that, that won't grow plants, but anything within reason will grow all of these. The next one that I think should get more love is Cryptocorynes. This one is Cryptocoryne lutea, and you can see here it's a nice big full pot. What's going to happen here is when you buy this, a lot of times it'll melt back. It doesn't like water change. So you're going to go, I had this big, beautiful plant, then it died back. It will, but then it'll come back. And in something like this, you might get 20 plants in there, which makes it a really good buy. You know, 20 individual plants for 10 bucks. And you plant those around, you got lots of roots on there, break it up, plant it all around. Once it converts, it'll look amazing. A lot of my tanks are almost all Crypts and some Anubias, which would be the next plant. But these want lots of root tabs as well. They appreciate water column fertilizer, but if you get a lot of iron to these, they'll give you a little more bronzy color. If you don't put a lot of iron, they'll be a little bit more green. And there's lots of varieties. Next up, we have Anubias golden, but any Anubias is pretty easy here. You can see a leaf got damaged. But these like to be attached to wood or rock, and they're a real slow grower. You can technically grow these even without fertilizers. You might get some holes and a little bit of yellowing of the leaves and that type of stuff. But they're kind of known as the rubber plant or the plastic plant in that they're almost fake because you can't kill them. You can technically kill them, but you know, like if you had the rhizome and put way too much super glue, if you watch that video, that could kill them. Or you got a fish that's already biting on it. Or you plant this rhizome down in the gravel, that could kill it too. But otherwise, really easy, undemanding plant, and anyone can grow it. They're a little spendy though. Something like this is probably 13 or 14 bucks. Not crazy expensive, but it does take a long time to grow each new leaf. You know, when I say a long time, with a really, really low-tech setup, you might get a leaf a month. But also when it comes to dying, it might take you 6 months to kill it. So you got a long time to react and make your changes. So yeah, another great plant. If you're looking for any plants, you can buy them on our website, aquariumcoop.com. All these plants here that you see in our retail store, we also sell online, and we guarantee they all arrive alive and healthy and all that kind of stuff. So go ahead and order them up. We'll take care of you, and we'll help you troubleshoot. You can send us emails about the plants you buy, and we'll help you troubleshoot it. Like, oh, it's looking a little weird, add a little more of this, a little more of that, and we'll get you to having, you know, a nice planted tank.